for your family, your friends, and your guests, and that is definitely the case. This would be an example of what you see on Good Friday, wrapped around the building for the Easter celebration. But what a lot of people do with the beautiful crab cakes that we have in front of us right now is they actually serve them all throughout Lent. This is a wonderful way to go for that, and then you don't even have to wait online if you're even lucky enough to live in New Jersey, where you can happen to find one of the stores that Bobby Chez has with his lovely wife. This is M50418, our food of the month for the month of February. Bobby Chez and your fabulous recipe. How are you?
Good, Sharon. Yourself?
Good, marvelous. We're getting into spring. We're looking forward to lightening and brightening things up a bit. And so what we wanted to make for our food of the month for the month of February is your signature crab cake recipe that is very different from a Maryland style crab cake and is a multiple Customer Choice Award winner in the past for best seafood and also best crab cake, which is saying a lot because there's heavy competition here.
There is.
Why is your crab cake different?
Well, ours is unlike a Maryland style crab cake, which has the breading inside. They put mustard and Old Bay. We don't use, the only breading you get on our crab cakes is the crispy panko breadcrumbs on the outside. We use 100% jumbo lump crab meat only since the day we started. My mom, and in fact, there's a picture of my mom and I when we started this business 17 years ago.
Look at you guys.
And we're proud of this because, you know, we started from nothing, and now with these lines and being on QVC, we're just so proud. And this is a memory of my mom and the crowds that come to our stores and purchase our products. So we're proud of that.
And you know, you're actually getting a set of 10 of them, and they're 4 ounces in size, so they're that hearty entree size that you want to serve to your guests. If you break down the price for these, for all 10, it's $9.47 a piece, which would be an amazing value just for an ordinary crab cake sandwich going to an ordinary restaurant. But the fact that this is even beyond the white tablecloth experience, that it would be even hard to find something like this out there because this is Bobby's recipe. This is a wonderful chance to get it at home on 4 easy payments of $23.67 a month. So when we get these home to us, they're frozen, and so we don't need to thaw them. We just put them in an oven, right?
They'll come to you frozen. You just take out as many as you would like. Preheat your oven to 425 for 27 minutes. If you do that exactly, they're going to come out perfect. They're going to be creamy inside. They're going to be crispy on the outside. And it's going to be a perfect crab cake for your dinner party or for just a meal for yourself.
And you know what? You can have these shipped immediately. That is the most popular at this point, but you can have these delivered just before Easter, the week of March 14th. This is what I love. You crack every one of these open. There's no air. It's all crab meat. But what's holding it together?
Just a creamy roux. But this, from the day we started, we only use 100% jumbo lump crab meat.
Right.
No one else can say that. And we put a creamy roux. We fold the crab meat into the creamy roux. And it has to be done by hand because the machine would smash up the big jumbo.
So then what's the point of doing the jumbo lump if it gets all shredded apart?
So from the day we started till today, everyone is hand rolled, and we roll them in the crispy panko breadcrumbs. We flash fry them, and then we flash freeze them.
And it gets so crispy on the outside. So we just follow your instructions in the oven to get them to come out perfect. And look at that, massive lumps all the way through the cake. How would you, if you were going to do this for Easter, what are some ways that you think would be lovely for the table?
We do an Easter brunch, so you know we do eggs and we do some breakfast meats, and then we do the crab cakes, and we also make smaller crab cakes because it's a buffet set style. But this is good for dinner. This is good for the night before you have guests come in town or staying overnight. What's better than to have this for dinner the night before Easter, or even for Easter dinner? Or
you know what, we've talked about this very often. There's a lot of people that shop in your stores, if you're lucky enough to live in New Jersey, and if not, this is your place to get them, that all throughout Lent, when they're looking for substitutes for different things, this comes up a lot because there's no prep work. You preheat your oven. That's the prep work. That's it.
And it's a good product. I mean, you know, we take pride in what we do with the quality that we buy, the consistency that we make your product with, and we're just thankful that these people come back year after year and make a tradition at Easter, for Good Friday, during Lent, and even at Christmas time.
Look at that. I mean, this is no joke. Every single one that you open is filled. There's no pocket of air. There's never a disappointment. Jumbo lump. They have to be rolled by hand. Crispy on the outside, creamy, meaty, fantastic on the inside. And you know what? You can lock this into auto delivery, which I highly recommend. You know why? Because we have these on 4 easy payments, which we don't always have on these. So if you lock into auto delivery, you'll get another shipment of these crab cakes delivered to you every 4 months for 1 full year while you're locked into that 4 easy payment plan of less less than $24 a month. And this could be, if there's just you and your sweetie, like just 2 people, you can have 5 amazing meals for what we're getting here. But if you're having a great big group of people coming to your house, you can do these all at the same time and have a beautiful presentation on the plate.
There's so many uses for the crab cakes, and like I said, even late at night, I even eat a cold crab cake at home and get myself a Coke, and it's a great snack.
So let's talk about that for just a second, about having that snack, because you might be watching right now and you're saying, I don't know, panko breadcrumbs and creamy roux, and how many calories are every one of these?
They're less than 250 calories.
Less than 250 calories a piece.
But we don't
for
make
your
our
entree.
food based on
Of course you don't.
calorie. We base it on taste.
But that's what kills me, is
And,
that
yeah.
this tastes so good, you would expect it to be way more than that, and it's not, because the crab meat is the star, and there's so much of it.
It's all crab meat. You know, crab meat is protein. There's no carbohydrates in the crab meat. The only little bit extra you have are the panko breadcrumbs on the outside, which is very little because it just makes the crust. All you have inside is crab meat and a little creamy roux to hold it together.
And so if someone isn't familiar with the panko breadcrumbs, there's a reason you use those as opposed to regular breadcrumbs. What does the panko do that's different?
We were one of the first 20 years ago to use panko breadcrumbs because it gives you a little bit crispier texture and it holds a lot less grease when you flash fry these.
Right, that's why they end up so crispy on the outside. So if you want to bring these home, it is the food of the month for the month of February. We've got it on those 4 easy payments of $23.67 a month. And what I love about your crab cakes is that these really are all throughout the year, which is why I recommend auto delivery. They're just as magical in wintertime with completely different side dishes as they are in springtime when things get lighter and
Not
brighter.
because I saw crab cakes, but they're good anytime.
They're really good
any
anytime.
day, any night. It's just a great product to have in your freezer. Like I said, during Lent, for Easter, especially Good Friday, for the holidays.
And then if you want to work on a salad or some side dish that's signature to you, go for it. But I actually love this idea. You've given us permission to sort of squish it down just a little bit to put it in a sandwich, and then we can do some great kettle-cooked chips on the side.
And you know, the original potato chip was from Saratoga Springs, New York, if you didn't know that.
Right.
So like I said, you have the sandwich here, the crab cake sandwich. You can put on some red roasted peppers and some fresh asparagus.
I love it.
Even a little mixed greens with the crab cake on top. Add your own dressing as you like. And then here we have, 2 roasted potatoes, a little sauteed baby spinach on top. So there's many ways to use the crab cake. A surf and turf. We don't have any steaks here, but you could do a surf and turf.
Well, you know what we do have? We have those Kansas City Steak Company filet mignon medallions in the 2-ounce size coming up later. So if you just want to put a couple of those medallions next to this, they would share the plate beautifully. And by the way, over 5,000 orders this month for our food of the month. You will not be disappointed. Every one that you open is filled with jumbo lump crab meat, and they have to be rolled by hand, because if this were done by a machine, it would be shredded into nothing, and it wouldn't even matter what kind of crab cake or crab meat you put in here. This is really a labor of love that began with you and your mom's recipe.
We did. We started from nothing, and we built this crab cake empire. We're just so proud of what we've accomplished. And I'm here today in front of QVC with all the people buying our crab cakes, and we're the food of the month. So what's better than that?
There is a reason that you were voted not only best crab cake for our Customer Choice Awards at one point, you also have been voted best seafood for this recipe. And we have a lot of seafood on the air. So that really is saying something about the quality of this particular piece in general.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that from everyone out there. I mean, I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
The meat is plump and succulent, and you can actually taste the crab because the roux is creamy, but the highlight is still on the meat of the cake. So here's a reminder, 10 of them in the 4-ounce size coming home to you. 4 easy payments that you can lock into auto delivery every 4 months for 1 full year. It's on 50418. It's the last day this month. You're seeing it presented on that easy payment plan, so do not let that escape. Bobby Chez, we love you. Mwah. Thank you, my dear.
Happy Easter.
Thank you. You too. By the way, with the Corky's Hickory Smoked